President Trump's zero tolerance on immigration has spurred a contentious argument all across this country, and there's plenty of misinformation going around about what the actual rules and laws are. While the president will be meeting with House Republicans in Washington today about two bills that they're trying to get through, we wanted to separate some of the fact and fiction within the law with the Tulane University law professor, Laila Halas. Thank you for coming in. First of all, when this started, when the stuff started hitting the fan on this one, President Trump was on the North Lawn, had that impromptu press conference with reporters, and he said it was a Democrat law that is forcing him into this. He said he hates separating the children, but he has no choice.
Yeah, and that's simply not true. So this is a decision by the Trump administration to have zero tolerance in criminally prosecuting parents who enter without permission. So this was a decision by Attorney General Jeff Sessions. He made it very clear that they want to criminally prosecute every parent. And what that means is that the parents are put into a federal jail. They're separated from their children instead of letting the immigration system handle these cases together.
And this has been done before. What makes this different?
So this is very different in scope. In the last 6 weeks, we've seen almost 2,000 children ripped away from their parents. That's almost 45 children a day. The kind of human cost is pretty devastating. We've heard the cries of children. It's more than, I think, 100 children under the age of 4 have been taken away from their parents. So kind of having a zero tolerance, every single parent who enters without permission, no matter if they're seeking asylum, no matter how strong their claim might be, criminally prosecuting them and instead of letting them work their way through the immigration system.
Well, let's talk about what does the law actually say is supposed to be done in cases like this?
So the law doesn't speak to this specifically. So there's
no law one way or the other.
So there's
more discretion.
There is more discretion, and that's why we didn't have this situation before at such a large scale. So there's a set of criminal laws, and there's the immigration law system. Under asylum law, you can seek asylum once you've entered the country, and it doesn't matter the way in which you enter. In fact, a large number of people who apply for asylum never had a visa to come here. They didn't present themselves immediately at a checkpoint when they arrive. They simply come as fast as they can because they're fleeing violence and persecution. That's how the law was written.
And so in this case, because it is so no tolerance, that everybody, including people who are seeking asylum from horrific conditions from wherever they came.
That's exactly true. So they're making the decision to criminally prosecute people before assessing whether they have a credible fear, before letting the immigration system decide whether these are real claims of asylum. So the immigration system can decide this. We have laws on our books that would allow families to stay together while their cases are processed together.
And what happens if this continues, if no comprehensive immigration legislation is passed? What happens if this remains in effect?
So it seems like there's a standoff right now. Both Republicans and Democrats are actually calling to end this practice of separating families.
You've had all living first ladies come out and condemn it.
Exactly. A lot of people are saying, this is not who we are as a country. We don't want to take away children from their parents. We don't need to do this. So, the first decision is that of the Trump administration. Do they want to double down and continue with this practice, or will they change route? Because they can change route. We have laws on the books that allow them to not criminally prosecute every single case of a parent coming here without permission.
And I assume it depends on just how many people he can keep in his own party on with him on this.
Exactly. There's going to be a lot of political pressure. We have 2 immigration bills that are going to be put forward this week, we believe. So it might be part of this political debate that's ongoing this week.
All right, Laila, thank you for coming in. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much.